Well, this one was a very easy answer for John Heald. A very easy answer. Because somebody complained about something in the main dining on their cruise ships. And it is basically the stupidest thing you could possibly complain about. So, Carnival dining rooms can often be a hodgepodge of different things happening, right? And it can annoy a lot of different people. Some people are there to have fun and big conversations with family and friends and meeting new people. Other people just want to sit quietly and have their dinner. So they get lots of bad comments as far as enjoying the main dining room. Everything from, oh, I didn't like the food, to, oh, the background music was way too loud, or hey, you're not checking what people are wearing going into the main dining room, and they're wearing flip-flops, or they're wearing shorts or bikinis, or hey, it's just all this different stuff that just comes out over and over and over again, where it's kind of like a no-win situation, right? Where you'd almost have to pat everybody down and tick off wearable clothes and clothing lists. It could be a nightmare for the cruise lines, especially one that's geared towards families and just having a lighthearted, fun trip, right? That, especially with 3- and 4-day cruises as well, a lot of their ships. But John Heald recently received a comment complaining about dogs in the dining room, and they were upset that they would possibly allow dogs in the dining room. And if you were to think about, if somebody said, hey, they allow dogs in the dining room, some people would picture in their heads, a pack of wild dogs running around in the dining hall, sitting up on the chair, licking the bowls and the plates and diving into the flambe, etc., running in between the waiters and tripping them up and all this kind of stuff, or noisy barking, going to the bathroom on the floor in the dining room, like untrained dogs. And no, that's not exactly what was happening. That's not exactly what was happening on this cruise ship. John Heald looked into it and found out, well, how many dogs and everything were on that sailing? How many dogs were on that? There was one dog. One dog on the sailing. And was it an emotional support dog? Was it just the captain's dog? Was it the ship dog? No. It was a seeing eye dog for a blind person. Now, if you're complaining, like, what do seeing eye dogs do? Like, they are the most well-trained dogs, other than maybe a military dog and a police dog, that you could possibly get. They are super gentle, they are good in public, they do not make a lot of noise or anything, and they stay by their owner's side. When that leash is on them, they are at their work. They're doing their job. They're not running around and everything, right? And the dog basically sat under the table while the person ate. But this was very upsetting to this one person who wrote in. Now, I'll try and play devil's advocate a bit here. I'll try and play that little devil's advocate here because, see both sides. I always try and do that. So what happens if you're sitting beside this person and you have allergies? And now you're stuffing yourself up and you have really severe allergies to a dog, so much so that if the dog is even at the next table, you will, start to swell up. Well, in that case, you could do one of two things. You could ask that the guests be seated someplace else away from your table, or even better, since that person is blind, perhaps you could be asked to move to another table someplace, a different location. And suddenly, the entire problem is solved. But no, they thought that maybe if they reach out to John Heald, they will find out why they would possibly allow a blind person to have their seeing eye dog with them, walking in and out of tables, on a cruise ship that's moving side to side, with waiters and other people around to get to their table. Oh, the audacity of that blind person to think they have the right to eat in the dining room with their seeing eye dog. Some people